using a line of credit to buy real estate. What's going on, YouTube? It's Matt Fairclough. Thank you for watching Mentorship Monday. My name is Matt. My company is called the DeRosa Group, and if you guys have not seen us before, the DeRosa Group is a real estate investment company. We offer up all kinds of education stuff on our YouTube channel right here. This is a program that on our YouTube channel called Mentorship Monday. People email questions. You guys email questions to helpme@derosagroup.com. That is helpme@derosagroup.com, and I will answer the questions right here on the YouTube channel for you guys and everybody else to learn from. So, thank you guys for watching. Today's question comes from Bennett. Thank you, Bennett, for your question. Bennett wants to know, hey there, my name is Bennett, and I'm looking forward to acquiring real estate using a line of credit to use to pay on the down payment on an apartment building. How would I go about doing that? Thank you for your time. Well, I'll give you my best here, Bennett. So, what Bennett may be looking for is an unsecured line of credit, which is pretty much like a loan, but it's not secured by any real estate or anything like that. It's just a loan. Maybe Bennett's got good enough credit that he can obtain something like that, right? So the way to go about obtaining an unsecured line of credit is I've got a few videos on my YouTube channel you guys can search for. I've got one on buying real estate with a credit card. You can look at that. And there's one on obtaining no interest or obtaining unsecured lines of credit. That's all there. But what you're looking to do, Bennett, is that's one way you can do it, and watch those videos. But I'll also tell you briefly, you can get low interest or 0% interest credit cards, take a cash advance, and use that to buy the apartment building. Or you can go and get a unsecured line of credit, which is pretty much a credit card too, but a bank will give it to you. If you've got really good credit, a bank will give you up to $50K normally in an unsecured line of credit. The problem you have, Bennett, is that there's no collateral to pay that back. And aside from just paying it back out of cash flow on the property, if it's a big enough property, it could pay it back pretty quick. If it's a small property, or if it doesn't cash flow right away, even if it's a big property, you may be holding that line of credit out there for a long time. The 0% interest credit card will turn into an 18% interest credit card very quickly. The $50,000 line of credit from a bank can get called due at any time. They can come up and say, oh, you know what, we decide we don't want you to have that $50K anymore. We're going to rake it back from you, right? So these things are not stable. And so I don't recommend you buying long-term real estate using those vehicles. If you have other real estate, you can get a secured line of credit, Bennett. And that's just let's say you got that's just a home equity line of credit. It's the easiest example of such would be that on your home, an equity line of credit on your house, like a second mortgage on your home that you would get, not a second mortgage, a HELOC on your home that you could use to buy rental real estate. If you have other pieces of property, not your home, you could put a HELOC on those. Those are all simple ways to do it. My guess is, Bennett, if you owned a home that had a ton of equity, you might not be asking this question. But for those of you guys watching, if you own your home and have quite a bit of equity in your house, you should have a home equity line of credit on your house so you could untap that line and use it whenever you need to. Let's see, other resources to offer you about it, because my guess is you don't have access to this kind of stuff. And it's okay you don't, but I'll give you some more ideas. Perhaps find somebody in your network that owns a home free and clear and see if they're willing to take that home and make that collateral for a loan that you take out. And then that home is collateral. It'll get a long-term home equity line of credit, monthly payment plan on it. And they're not going to adjust or call the loan back anytime soon because it's got real estate collateral to it. The rate will probably be flexible. It will probably float up and down, but it's not going to be egregious, and it's also not going to get recalled back anytime soon because they've got collateral, like I said. So find somebody in your network that has something like that. The only other options, Bennett, are going to be extremely expensive, like hard money and stuff like that. But hard money lenders are typically going to want collateral too. So those are your choices, I believe, is a interest-only credit card, but that's a little hand grenade that turns into a bomb eventually because it's gonna turn into an 18% interest card, very quickly. A signature loan, which is a 0%, which is a line of credit you can get from a bank, an unsecured line of credit. Not the best idea because they can change the terms on that pretty quick. Those two items, by the way, are really good for fix and flips or doing the BRRRR strategy. So if you guys are looking to buy properties, renovate them, rent them out, refinance them, repeat, do it over and over and over again. 0% interest credit cards or signature loans are really, really good ways to get those things moving. To your answer, Bennett, perhaps somebody in your network that's got some real estate free and clear, or if you happen to have some real estate, just simply go get an equity line on it, and that would enable you to do that down payment on an apartment building like you want to do. Thank you, Bennett. If you guys have watched a few of these videos on this channel, then please do yourself a favor and subscribe to this channel, because we put out lots of cool stuff every week, and you guys will get notice of it, and you'll get to keep track of all the cool stuff we're up to here at the DeRosa Group by subscribing to the channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Bennett, for your question again. Have a great, profitable week.